Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Aviation News. Today I want to discuss about Cathay Pacific Airways in general for 2018 in depth. Let's kick off with some good news. First, new routes coming in 2018. The Hong Kong carrier has recently announced direct non-stop services from Hong Kong to Dublin, Brussels and Copenhagen. All of these will be operated by the state-of-the-art Airbus A350-900. Also, Hong Kong to Washington, which will be operated by the all-new Airbus A350-1000. It is worth mentioning that this new route, Hong Kong to Washington, will be the longest flight departing from Hong Kong, which means Cathay's longest flight in their entire network. It is certainly great to see Cathay Pacific using newer aircraft to fly on longer flights as well as expanding their network. Furthermore, they are going to announce new services to Cape Town and Canberra, Australia. Not sure why don't they choose bigger Australian cities like Gold Coast or Darwin, but Canberra? My guess is that Singapore Airlines, one of their major rivals, they are doing quite well on their new capital route, which flies from their home base Singapore to Canberra and then onwards to Wellington in New Zealand. Secondly, some good news for my Australian viewers. The Hong Kong carrier will introduce Airbus A350-900 to all Australian routes. This will include Adelaide, Cairns and Sydney, which currently see the older Airbus A330 and Boeing 777-300ER flying regularly. This is a very good news for myself as well, because I often fly between Hong Kong and Adelaide. In addition, the following destinations will see the Airbus A350-900 operating this year. There are Frankfurt, Madrid, Amsterdam, London Heathrow, Dubai, and Johannesburg. Besides that, Cathay Pacific will introduce Airbus A350-1000 to Newark and Los Angeles. Where do you think Cathay Pacific should start flying to? I personally would love to see Cathay to introduce Darwin, Australia and Helsinki. Now to some sad news, and there are a lot of them. 5 of Cathay's Boeing 777-300ER will be returned from where they leased them from. Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER has only 9 seats per row in economy class, so it's a very nice aircraft to fly in, and it's sad to see some of them go. This includes the Spirit of Hong Kong livery, but not the one on the screen now, as that's a non-ER. Moreover, Cathay Pacific will start the installation of 10 abreast seating on all 777 economy class. This will include 777-200 and 777-300 non-ER. This process will start from March 2018. Not sure whether this is going to turn Cathay's profit up or down, as 9 abreast seating in 777 economy class is getting more rare, but doesn't seem to attract many customers. This excludes myself though. Next, Cathay will say goodbye to its Hong Kong to Bahrain service via Dubai, as this service will soon terminate at Dubai. For Bahrain-based travellers, if you want to fly Cathay Pacific, you may have to fly their One World partner airline Sri Lankan Airlines to Colombo, then catch another Cathay Pacific flight to Hong Kong. Alternatively, you may choose to fly Emirates or Etihad via Dubai and Abu Dhabi respectively, if not One World. You may have heard Cathay Pacific trialling Dine on Demand service, where passengers in business class flying to Chicago or London Heathrow may choose when to eat any time during the flight. The trial has now ended and Cathay Pacific has decided not to introduce it. However, new service flow and equipment will be announced soon. One reason I think why Cathay Pacific has decided to cancel the service is that the feedback from the cabin crew was generally negative. Although this may be good for the passengers, the workload for the crew on this flight increased significantly, given that Cathay Pacific usually has fewer crew on a plane compared to other airlines. That's also why the crew call this die on demand. One last bad news, but a very extremely terrible one. Cathay Pacific will introduce buy on board on all Manila, Cebu, and Ho Chi Minh City flights, and overnight Singapore, Osaka Kansai, Tokyo Narita, and Seoul Incheon flights. I think this is an awful decision, as British Airways are doing the same thing on their short haul flights, and people are not happy with it. Also, Cathay Pacific currently offers snacks on some short haul flights as well as overnight flights, which people always complain about it because they want a full meal. So I guess Cathay Pacific will definitely lose a lot of customers here. Furthermore, Cathay Pacific has actually been cutting a lot of passengers' benefits lately. Not sure if Buy on Board will allow them to retain the 5-star Skytrax award. What's your view on this? I'm really interested to know. Comment your view in the comment section down below, please. Now to some neutral news. Cathay Pacific will recruit 500 to 700 workers this year, though it is not clear what position they are hiring. In 2017, Cathay Pacific cut 600 jobs in its head office in Hong Kong due to a loss of over 2,500 million Hong Kong dollars. And that's roughly about 300 million US dollars. The airline also introduced a new CEO, whose name is Rupert Hogg. Mr. Hogg once said, better services are vital to the airline's turnaround. Then why, Mr. Hogg, why do you introduce Buy on Board? I really hope this is fake news. The Cathay Group has just started the retirement plan for Cathay Dragon's aging Airbus A320 fleet. In 2017, Cathay Group purchased 32 Airbus A321neo aircraft for short-haul flights, and the new aircraft will replace the current 15 A320 and 8 A321. Not only will the newer aircraft be more eco-friendly, but also Cathay Dragon can expand its network and, most importantly, reduce fuel expenses by 20%. Cathay's CEO Rupert Hogg said, the intention to purchase these 32 environmentally friendly aircraft will allow us to add new destinations to Cathay Dragon's network, increase frequency on some of our most popular routes, and expand our network. I think both airlines, Cathay Pacific and Cathay Dragon, should quickly retire their aging aircraft. For Cathay Pacific, the old ones they have are some of their A330-300 and Boeing 777-200, as well as 300 non-ER. On the other hand, for Cathay Dragon, it's basically their entire fleet, as Cathay Pacific usually shift their older aircraft to Cathay Dragon. The reason I think that they should do it quick is that they practice fuel hedge and have been losing a lot of money from it. Now, whether you like this video or not, please leave a like, comment and share it to your friends who may find this interesting. Also, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button. And of course, let me know if you want more aviation news from me. If so, in the next episode, I will explain fuel hedge and talk about how this Cathay has something to do with it. And once again, please do actually leave a comment so I can improve next time. Stay tuned for my upcoming Malaysia Airlines Airbus A350-900 business class review from Kuala Lumpur to Bangkok. I will upload it next week. Goodbye for now.